Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Generation In Between, a Xennial Podcast, where we usually revisit, remember, and relearn things from our 80s, childhoods, and 90s teenhoods. I fucked that up again.
See, it's not just me. It's not just me.
I keep saying we're going to do something different, and I mess it up every time. Anyway, we are here with a special little fun episode for you guys because we have a lot going on in the weeks to come. So we're actually recording this a few weeks before you actually hear it.
Yes.
This is our fourth thing we're recording today.
Yes.
Which is wild.
Don't worry.
But we needed to have this content to use for later. So just so you know that's what's going on. And we had such a good time the last time we did this episode topic. We're doing it again.
Yes.
So for those of you who may not have been here before, or you're brand new, a few episodes back, we got a little book out from the 80s called The Book of Questions by Gregory Stock, Ph.D.
That guy.
That guy.
Gregory.
I got the idea because Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers did it on their podcast, Las Culturistas, and it was hilarious. And we actually had a really hilarious episode.
We really did.
Although what everybody wants to talk to me about
Oh, no.
is her last question, Katie. They were like, Katie does not have a high price. People are saving their pennies.
I'm afraid of this now, but yeah, you'll have to listen to our first one if you haven't yet. But we stuck around for one final question, and the question was basically like if you were propositioned on an airplane
from a stranger,
would you blah blah blah? And I just basically named a price and said sure.
Well, no, it was they gave us a price, and you had to say
30,000 or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And so apparently that's what everyone remembers from that episode because they're just like, okay.
And I said, I don't think I could do it. Yeah. I don't think I could do it. But give me 6 months. I might change my mind when my kid's in college. Like, might be like 10,000. Okay. Are you clean? Great. Let me see your STD test. What?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Did we even talk about that?
What? STDs?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, that's smart of us.
Ethics of it.
Well, and then of course, like I asked my husband the question, and his first thing was, "Well, no, because I'm married." And we were like, "Oh, yeah, we didn't even."
We were just like, "Is it a high enough price?"
Yeah, we didn't even consider being. Well, we did eventually talk about it.
I think eventually we got to it.
The first thing
well, because the question asked about money,
right?
It didn't ask, "Are you single? Are you not? Are you whatever?" It just said a stranger, and so I think you could almost, like in my mind, I was almost thinking of like just a different version of myself.
Me too, kind of.
Like if it was just me alone in the universe on a plane.
But we did kind of talk about that though.
But then,
because I said when I was 20 or something, I've been like, yeah,
right, we did. But I'm just saying, like when I heard the question,
I see.
Heard it from that frame of mind.
It was
and
like
then it was
different,
like,
Katie.
Oh, right, but like me now, maybe not. And then I also said I still haven't asked Brant.
You haven't?
Thinks. I'm going to ask him today.
Okay,
I'm going to do it.
I
never asked him.
Do you not want to know?
Troy. I do want to know. I just think he'll be like, "Why are you asking me?"
He'll be like, "What happened?"
He'll be like, "Hello? What happened like today that you were asking me this weird question?"
Although we have had some interesting conversations lately over via text about crushes, right? Mm-hmm. Like how we've talked about. Well, and it came up when we were talking about Dawson's Creek too.
Yeah.
Do you think people ever stop getting crushes in their life? That's my book of question.
I would imagine at some point, probably.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like the older I get, the less the older
She's like, pay me and I'll have a crush on you.
Yeah. It's all about the transactional relationship. I care less about that stuff, like the romantic stuff and the whatever. Maybe I'm just exhausted and have no time for any of it. But I feel like as I'm getting older, it's fading. So eventually, wouldn't it just fade away?
That is the most depressing answer.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm not depressed. I mean, maybe I am, but
I think it's interesting because I kind of think the opposite. I think people probably always will get crushes at some point in time.
Okay.
But the difference is whether you act upon it or not, correct? And the reason I ask this is because we were talking about a celebrity being good looking, and I can't remember now who it was when I was in the green room before we went on stage. Mm-hmm. And I won't say who it was.
Okay.
But one of the married people in the cast said, "Oh gosh, yeah, they're so hot," or whatever. And they're like, "Hey, you can look, you just can't touch." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that is because you don't die when you get married or you're in a long relationship, or say you're out of a long relationship and you need a break, or you're older or whatever. You don't die.
And I think you texted me that, and
I
I said,
did.
I'm pretty sure I am
No,
dead.
you're not.
Though.
You're
but
not.
I did say
I
that.
know you did. She said, I'm
like,
pretty sure I'm dead.
I'm like, actually, no, I did die. It's gone.
You're just tired. You're not dead.
I am tired.
Give you another month and you'll be like, I have a crush on the mailman.
Because he walks by. Wait, my mail person's a lady. Male lady.
Well,
Yay.
I mean, no judgment there. Like,
No.
you can have a crush on whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because like we can all think of like celebrities we have crushes on, or stage
That's
crushes that we like
from a distance
admire.
Yeah.
From a distance admire. Sure. And I think that you just always, I think that that's okay. Like, I think if my husband said, oh my God, I have a crush on some lady, I don't know, I would be like, okay, but keep it in your pants.
You would be okay if he was just like randomly like, I have a crush on some
lady.
I
mean, I don't mean like that exact conversation. That'd be fucked up weird.
That'd be weird. Yeah. I don't know about that.
You're right. I don't need to know about it. How's that? It's not going to hurt me if there's a crush on someone. I see what you're saying.
Like, is what just let the crush happen and you don't need to know about it because it's harmless. That's kind of what you're saying? It's harmless. Correct. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I mean, there's an argument too.
I'm dead.
I don't know. There's an argument too also though, like that when you have like a crush or an attraction, it does stir up feelings that then maybe benefit the relationship you're in.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you do nothing outside it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So maybe I need a crush.
Hey, you need to find a crush then.
Maybe.
Hey, mailman lady.
Mailman lady. Yeah. No, we've known each other too long.
Oh, maybe you'll get a new one. What about a UPS guy like Leo Blonde?
Oh, what's his name?
I don't know. Nobody cares about his name.
Yeah, he's just UPS guy.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
Okay. Anyway, that was my own question.
Even asked a question yet.
Well, just because we had recently just talked about it, and we just talked about it in Dawson's Creek.
Of the ethics already, though.
Yeah, I think that now watch. Troy's gonna listen to this episode and then call me and say that line, and just to see what I hope
he does. Because I hope you're like, okay, that's cool.
What if I shock all you bitches? What if I shock you all and I'm like, I'm chill?
You're not gonna be like that.
You don't know.
That is not
evolution, Katie. All right, all right. Okay, just kidding. It doesn't matter. I mean, Carlos has a crush on my husband.
Okay.
And he's married.
Carlos and your husband are married.
Correct.
Right, so it's double harmless.
I mean, my husband also is
maybe doesn't reciprocate it.
Right. Well, I don't know. He might.
He does.
He might.
He's not going to tell you because you're crazy.
See,
I wouldn't tell you either. I'd be like, harmless my ass. I'm not telling her nothing.
Because I'm crazy. Wow, that's love.
It's love.
And his husband also knows about it. So that's fine.
There you go.
All right. Let me find some that we haven't.
There's wasn't it like there's 2016 questions or something weird like that?
There was.
It's like a weird number.
291. Okay, here's one. Would you want to spend a week as someone of the opposite sex?
Ooh. I don't think so.
Oh, I would.
Okay, why?
I want to know the freedom of being able to pee standing up all the time.
That's it.
Literally. Well, and also I would love to know the feeling of being able to go wherever you want and not be terrified.
Yeah.
At any time of day, any time of night.
Mm-hmm. That's a good reason. I don't know that there's anything
also
being a quote unquote man, like, you know.
Aren't you just curious what it's like to have a penis though? Like, I would just like to know.
Maybe.
It would probably be very bothersome.
I think I would be annoyed really fast.
Yeah, same.
Really fast.
Same.
Like it's one thing.
Except for peeing standing up because
that might be nice. But I don't mind sitting down to pee. That's nice. That's a nice little break. That's like, I get to just...
The times that it bothers me is when I'm in public.
Okay.
Because I don't want to like deal with the whole toilet seat nonsense.
It is a whole thing. It's easier just to not touch it at all.
Okay. Well, here's the next part of that question.
Oh, okay.
Would you want to spend a week as someone very old?
I mean, I hope that someday I will be someone very old.
But I mean, from right now.
I think yes.
I don't think I would want to do that because I think it would scare me
Okay.
of what's to come.
Okay. Like it would be
Like, I'd rather it be a gradual happening
Mm.
to where you adjust as it happens
Mhm.
than just being like, oh my God, like my joints hurt and like,
it's going to get to this point. I can't believe it.
yeah.
Whereas when it's gradual, like A, you don't have a choice, and B, it just is. I think I would like it maybe from the mindset perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Like it might be nice to be in that mindset but it, it depends how physically
I know.
uncomfortable you are. But to just kind of be in that wise fuck everything
True.
stage.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
I mean, not actually fucking
Retired.
everything, but like,
Well, no, just kidding.
no.
No, you wouldn't do that. Not even for $30,000. You wouldn't.
Ask me in 6 months though,
I'm
because
gonna
I
ask
don't
you
know.
once you have a college kid.
I don't think. Yeah, I would not.
I think.
But
I
this
would.
is getting into the substance topics, the movie, The Substance, because the
Yeah.
next part of it is if you would want to spend a week as someone very beautiful.
I mean, I think so. Yeah. I want to see what that
And then it
like.
said very ugly.
I mean, why? I'm just saying, like, for real.
Just for perspective, I guess.
For perspective. Okay.
You know how like this is going to be terrible. You know how like they've done social experiments where people like who are very beautiful make themselves look different,
Yes.
or they put on like a bigger body suit or like
Mhm.
whatever, just to see how different society treats you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
think I'd be disheartened by that.
I don't think I'd want to do either one.
Yeah.
Because I already know.
I'm just, especially now, like being in my 40s, I'm just comfortable with who I am and what I look like. And honestly, us like doing this podcast, at first I'd be like, oh my God, like on video. And now I'm just like, that's just what I look like.
But now people ask us to throw pies at each other.
Yeah.
So hey,
and that's what I look like in pie and all the things. So I don't know that I need to be more beautiful, and I don't really want to be more ugly. So I would maybe pass on those.
Oh, I would not mind being more beautiful.
You go, girl.
I'm sorry. Katie's
a lot of
like, I'm
pressure.
hot enough. It's fine.
No, it's just a lot of pressure. Like, look, I've done so much internal work to
I
be
feel that.
okay with
Yeah.
who I am, what size I am,
You don't want to
what
start
I look
over.
like, what I sound like. I don't want to go back. I don't want to put something on a pedestal that I've spent so
Taking
much
off, yeah.
time and energy getting rid of.
That's very wise.
I just want to be me. Although I wouldn't mind being old for a week or having a penis for a week.
Just continue. You just said you wouldn't because you want to sit down to pee.
I said have a penis. You don't just pee with a penis, okay?
Although I guess if you have a penis, you can still sit down to pee.
I guess.
You can't. When
what?
Like when you potty train boys,
Yeah, that's how
sometimes
you
you
start.
train them first to sit because they get it
Right.
everywhere.
True.
I'm just
Just point
saying,
it down.
if men can sit down to pee, right?
I know.
I guess it'd be kind of tricky because what if it dangles in the bowl?
It depends on.
I guess if it's
the
how big you are,
size.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right. What
All
else
right,
we got?
that is a weird thing to talk about. Okay. I don't want to ask any like heavy questions.
Okay. Nothing heavy.
No, I'm not asking that one.
Okay.
No, that's too similar. Okay. Did we ask this one? Tell me if I did.
Okay.
If your friends and acquaintances were willing to honestly tell you what they thought of you, would you want them to?
We didn't ask this one before.
Okay.
Oof. Are our kids included in that?
Well, it says friends and acquaintances, so not family.
So not family. Okay. I don't know. Probably not. I feel like their opinions are okay. Like, just keep them. They can have them, and I don't need to know them.
I think I agree with you because
I respect them for having them, but I don't need to hear them all.
Right. Because obviously you're not going to like every single thing about every single person that's in your life that you love and care for.
Yeah.
And I would crumble on the inside and die if I knew everything. Okay. So I just started watching a few episodes of Black Mirror. Have I told you this?
You just said you've been watching
it,
but
I have like upped my TV watching game in recent months because I have a weird sleep schedule right now. So anyway, you would like it. It's a good show. Okay. It's like Twilight Zone, but it's all about technology.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this one episode. Bryce Dallas Howard is the main character in it because every episode's different.
I love her.
And they basically walk around. Everyone walks around and ranks everyone. Everybody has a constant ranking. Everybody you interact with all day long, you rank them, rank them, rank them. So people who have like 4 or 5 stars get treated very highly
Mm.
in society. People who have low ones get treated like crap. And once your ranking goes low, it's very hard to get it up again.
Okay.
So there's a lot of fakeness. It's a lot of like Instagram, but in real life.
Okay.
It's crazy. So then all this, she's trying to get her, I won't say too much because you need to watch it. But I was like, that would stress me out.
Mm-hmm.
I would constantly having to worry about people ranking you and also knowing because like she has an interaction with somebody and she's in a bad mood and they rank her like a 1 and then her ranking goes down. She's like, why did you do that? Like, why did you rank me bad?
Yeah.
And then like if you curse in
Mhm.
public, your ranking goes lower. So I'd be
Nope, you'd be out.
I'd
You'd
be
be negative
living on
numbers.
the street somewhere because
Yeah.
I'd be out. But it's very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Like all the episodes are like that. They make you be like,
Yeah. Like I don't need to be perfect in the eyes of the people that I care about and love, but like I don't know. I also don't need
I know.
now I don't mind asking for feedback like we ask our friends about this podcast
Yeah.
and singing if I've had like an audition or something. I don't mind feedback on that. The very act of performing is constant feedback.
Oh, 100%.
And you have to be okay with that.
Yep.
But I just think like who you are as a person, that's just kind of who you are.
Right.
And unless it's extreme, like someone needs to step in because you are having a substance use issue or a relationship in your life is harmful and someone needs to step in. I don't know. I'm not saying everyone has to like I don't mind when people disagree with me either.
Oh yeah,
or when
that's
friends
fine.
are like, "Oh, I don't know if I would do that" or whatever. But I think as far as like the opinion of what they like that you do and you don't do, like you don't need to know all that.
No, I don't think I
don't
want to
think
know
so
all
either.
that. I mean, I don't even want to know that with my spouse. Like,
yeah.
I know there's plenty of shit he don't like about me, depending on the day.
Last night, so my husband, this is wonderful. He makes the bed every morning.
Love.
Like perfect. And part of it's because the dogs like to jump on the bed. He doesn't like them jumping like on our sheets and stuff. He'll shut the door, but like they still somehow get in. So he will just immediately make the bed so they cannot get to like the pillows and sheets and stuff. So, but it's wonderful. Meanwhile, he has like this very tidy nightstand, and there's my nightstand, which at least once a week I have to like basically dig out. One of the things I do is I just stack clothes there. Like I take off a shirt, I stack it. I stack it. My robe in the morning, take it off, put it there. So last night I go
on
to
your
get in
nightstand?
bed, on my nightstand, and it is not. It's like a leaning tower
Girl,
of whatever.
Oh, that would drive me nuts.
I'm sure it drives him nuts. And last
he
night
doesn't say anything.
He doesn't say anything.
I see. I would not be able to keep that to myself.
So last night I was like really warm because I was wearing one of his like giant hoodies. So I just like took it off and went to put it on a pile. I was like, oh man, that thing's about to fall over. And he just looked at me with this look and I said, I'm a lot. I know. I'm sorry. I love you. And I just got in bed. Kind of like, I don't want to hear it.
That's good for him. I get anxiety with stuff. Like I mean, you've been to my house, you know, it's like it's kind of, I don't want to say we're minimalist, but it's not a lot of extra things.
Yeah.
And luckily, Troy and I align on that. So it's not a constant battle.
Right.
My kids, on the other hand.
Yeah.
No. Caden is a little more cleaner than Cooper. Cooper, man, he's like a typical creative chaos.
That's how Tegan is.
Chaos, hoarder, all the, and everything. I can't, but like I've had roommates in the past who live like you and I can't.
But like, it's that one corner. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's my nightstand.
I know, but
I don't necessarily do. We do share space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, I don't. It doesn't like necessarily manifest itself other places.
I couldn't handle it.
I
couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and then I have my own. We don't share a closet. Which do you and Troy share a closet?
Yes.
We don't share a closet because that would not
But now
work.
I'm a little messier in my closet just because I have a lot of shit.
Well, that's me too. And it's not really like organized in a certain, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, same.
But like, I don't think it would make sense to anyone else, which is why when I'll be like, oh, in my closet and grab whatever, no one can ever find the thing I'm saying, but I know exactly where it is. But his is like color coded.
I wish I had my
long sleeve.
I really wish I had my own bathroom.
Yeah. Ours is bigger now, so it's not as bad. We have our own sink, so we have our own.
We have our own sinks, but I need nobody in there. I need nobody in there when I'm getting ready.
Well, all my girls use ours in the morning because the lighting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's nothing I hate more when I'm trying to get ready, and there's somebody else in the room with me. And
Yeah, it's
Troy's like,
hard.
I live here too. Valid.
He
But
also needs to get
also,
ready.
you take 15 minutes to get ready, start to finish.
Yeah. So you need your time.
And I
get that.
I do a lot of things. Like I've got hair to groom. I've got like things
Well, and
to
just
pluck.
like getting in the right mental state too.
And
when
I
you're
don't
getting
want
ready.
you watching me, like, especially if I'm trying to put stage makeup on, I'm trying to like glue eyelashes. I have to concentrate.
Yeah, you don't want someone watching. I don't like anyone watching me trying to put on like leggings.
Oh
or
God,
tights
because
or
it's so
things.
awful.
It's so, or a sports bra even, because it gets like stuck once,
Yes.
and then I gotta yank it, and then it gets stuck on my back, and then I gotta yank it, and I'm like, and I'll just look up. He's just like watching me. I'm like,
stop. I know you've seen me in a lot worse situations, but like this is not what I
or
want.
like offered help. I'm like, I've got it.
I know.
And then I'm like, just kidding, help. I'm rolled up in my sports bra.
That's why I'm also like, I'm not a duo shower person, because like,
no.
I gotta like shave my legs and like wash my hair. It is not a cute time.
I actually said something like that just the other
It
day.
is not a cute time.
I was like, I said something, and I was like, oh, I was just gonna take a shower by myself because I need to shave my legs.
Yeah,
I
I got the
my
shit
hair,
to do.
I need to do all the things, and like I don't like to be cold in the shower. So there's
Me
somebody
too.
else, and now they're
I'm not
in the
trying to
stream,
share
and I'm
the water.
standing
I
outside
know,
the stream.
it's not cute.
And I'm just like, I don't like this at all.
At all.
I know, and it's not that I don't like you or don't like want to be by you. It's just like I'm in a business relationship with this shower, and I gotta get shit done.
Yes,
and not be cold for 50% of my shower.
Well, that's just marriage, I guess.
I know it is. It's nice that they want to be by us. Same with the kids.
Sometimes.
Like using my bathroom. I talk more to my middle schooler when I'm helping her do her hair, and she has a lot of hair than any other time.
She's got tons of hair.
It takes us good 30-40 minutes to do her hair, and we just chat. So I guess I should just be thankful for the time.
Yeah, my kids aren't really wanting to chat with me much lately. That's fine. Cooper's about to be 13.
Aaron too.
And Caden's like already halfway out the door. So
yeah.
I mean,
so when they do want to talk, you're there.
I mean,
it's good that they're independent. It's good that they have their own lives, and if they need to talk to you, they'll find you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
Don't know how we got on duo showers, but there we go.
All right. Oh my God.
Does the fact that you've never done something before increase or decrease its appeal to you?
I mean, this depends on what it is.
Same.
Because there's definitely things I've never done before. Like I would like to go to London.
God,
I would like to even performing based things. But would I like to skydive? No. Would I like to bungee jump? No.
I've done that.
What do you think?
I liked it at the time, but I would never do it again.
You never do it again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird question because there's all sorts of things I've never done that I want to do, and it increases the appeal.
I think generally I like to do new things. Generally, I like to try new I love to travel, which I don't get to do much, but I like to meet new people. I like to go have new experiences.
Yeah, we share that. You and I have that alike. Like I do glean energy from new situations usually,
but our husbands are opposite.
They find the energy or the solitude or the confidence in things they know. Yeah creatures of comfort, which isn't the worst thing because I think
neither way is right or wrong.
No, neither way is right or wrong.
Different.
It just is.
It's just different. And I tell Troy that all the time. I said, I'm not saying my way is right and yours is wrong. I'm just saying that's who we are, and it's a different dynamic.
And I think acknowledging that sometimes okay, like when it comes to travel and
well, I mean, nobody
like
is the same. I mean, like all humans, even if you're alike with someone, there's going to be differences, right? So
sure.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like it. Yeah. I think the thing about this question is it's got to be something, the fact that you've never done something before that interests you.
Yes.
Because like, obviously you say, Dani, let's go camping for a week in this giant national park. I'm going to be like, no.
No appeal.
Zero appeal. I've never done that, but I don't want to do that.
Right. It's not on your list of things you would like.
But like, if you say, I would love to go to Paris for a week, I would be so excited because I've never been. I would love to go check it out. But for some people, even if they want to go there, they get anxiety about it.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. They're still like, it sounds great, but they're still maybe not going to do it, or there's a lot of obstacles in their way mentally to be able to get to that point, which I totally get. I mean, I think about just even back to performing, I want to go audition for other places in the area that I haven't auditioned for yet, just because that's something I've never done.
Yeah.
And it may not go great or it may whatever, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because just the idea of it is like, yeah, that's something I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I think that question's very dependent on what you're talking about.
Which I guess is the point.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
There's no black or white answers.
Oh, here's a good one.
Uh-oh.
Should I even ask this?
I don't know what it is. I'm scared though.
This could go lots of ways, and we'll see
Okay.
if the memory even comes through because I'm blanking. Oh, actually, I'll remember the second part. So the question is, what was your?
Oh God.
Sorry, I'm 12 years old. What was your most enjoyable dream, and what was your worst nightmare?
Oh geez.
I can't remember. Like,
I have trouble remembering dreams.
now you see why I'm giggling.
Yeah.
I remember dreams quite well, and I remember a recurring nightmare I had when I was a kid.
Okay.
Do you want to know? I swear to God, I've told this
I think
before.
You've told me this one.
Have I said it on an episode, or have I just told you?
I don't remember.
Well, whatever. If y'all have heard it, then just hear it again. I had a recurring nightmare when I was a kid. The street I grew up on, there was a way I would like walk home from school, and I remember in this dream I'd be walking. I don't know if I was walking home from school or not. It was just the way I would come down the street when I was walking home from school, and I'd get to like my next door neighbor's house, and in my peripheral vision, I could see that everything behind me was like turning dark and cloudy and scary and like ominous. But everything before me was like bright and sunny and whatever, but I couldn't move.
So it felt like the dark was catching up to you.
And that was the whole dream.
Dang. And you had it more than once.
Jen, do not be analyzing me out there.
She already is.
I know.
She already is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I had that dream a lot. I also would have, I mean, this is very morbid, but after my dad died, I remember I would have a recurring dream that me and my mom and my sister and my grandma were all in a car and we like drove off this thing and I jumped out, but they didn't. I know. Ooh. Which obviously we all know what that means. Like I was terrified of being left alone. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know what the other dream was about, but
dang.
I can't think of like enjoyable dreams.
Right.
I mean, I can, but not like specifics.
Right. I can't think either way. I've just had the dreams like which I've talked about, like my grandpa was in my one dream when I woke up. And then, yeah, I can't think of, I've certainly had the dreams where like I wake up and I'm just frozen with fear and panic. Yes. And usually in that moment, I remember what I was dreaming about, but then I like get up, I like double check the doors and check on the kids and make sure everything's good. And then like try to go back to sleep. And usually by the morning, I don't remember.
I used to get really bad nightmares like as an adult and I would wake up screaming like I'm talking, and I could never remember what they were about. Oh my gosh. But sometimes I would like be half awake and half asleep and I would think there was somebody standing in our room. Ooh. Yeah. And it would scare the shit out of Troy, obviously. And then one time I was on like a girls' weekend and we were all sleeping in a hotel room and I forgot to tell them like
I've been having this problem.
And one of them was super pregnant, so she was having a hard time sleeping and I woke up screaming. And she was like, it's okay, go back to sleep. And so then I didn't even remember. And the next morning she was like, so.
Hello? I have 2 kids that would sleepwalk.
Oh, no.
And so they would just come to the end of our bed and look totally awake.
Oh, I hate that. That's so creepy.
And be talking total gibberish.
Caden had done that a couple times when he was younger, but not much.
They usually say it's when they're like, oh, I mean, it could be anything, but overtired. Yeah. So they're like, their brain is still on, but like their body's trying to sleep. But yeah, it was always creepy. And we'd usually just kind of guide them back to bed.
But, I mean, I've had good dreams too, where I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was such a good dream.
Me too.
But then I can't remember it.
Yeah, me either. We need to keep a dream journal. Like by your bed.
I'm not good with, that.
Don't worry, I'll get you one.
Katie tries so hard, guys.
That pile.
She's trying so hard to get me. Look, I need to show you all the half-written notebooks I have because I'm always like, this is it.
I love
now
that.
I'm gonna be and then
I love a half-written notebook.
That's nice. Then like 6 years later, I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. Okay,
right.
so we remember bad shit, not good shit. Yeah,
I guess
yes.
so. That's not a surprise.
If you could script the plot for your next dream, what would the story be?
Ooh. Definitely like vacationing somewhere with family and friends.
You're so cute.
What? That wouldn't be
No,
yours?
that's cute.
Oh,
No, I don't
okay.
know. I haven't
Yeah,
thought of
it would
anything
just
yet.
be like something happy and upbeat and just like with the people I love.
You know what are good dreams is flying dreams. You ever have flying dreams? Those are the
Yes,
best.
those are really good. I vaguely remember one I had maybe like a year ago, not flying, but I was on a cruise ship. And I just remember it being like the
Was Joshua
funnest-
Jackson there?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, maybe that should be my dream.
Yeah,
there.
there you go. I just gave you a dream
Plus
idea.
flying.
With Joshua Jackson.
On
Just holding your
Falcor.
hands.
On Falcor.
On Falcor. Oh my God, that would be so good.
Katie's like, vacation with family and friends. Katie's like, Joshua Jackson riding Falcor.
Flying through the air in a fantasy world. I know.
Oh, body glitter. Who knows?
Body glitter.
I don't know.
All the things.
I don't know what I would want to dream about.
Mm.
Something happy, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounded like a fun dream, so I'm gonna go with that.
I like your dream.
I do
It's not
too.
bad. What do you
All right,
think?
what
You wanna
time
do
is
one
it?
more?
Yeah, let's do
see.
one more.
Yeah, one more.
I'm not asking that. Some of these are like, that is too loaded of a question for today.
Yeah, we've been recording a while. We need something.
I know.
Something light.
Guys, some of these are just, sorry, we have a lot of
deep ones.
a lot of deep ones and a lot of like stuff that is like kind of happening in society right now.
That we just
So
don't want to get into right now.
oh, not asking that one. It says, how old were you when you first had sex? Nope. Sorry,
Not
guys.
today.
Not today.
Maybe a bonus episode down the road.
And this one is, what do you like best and least about your life? Nope.
No, not going there.
Oh,
Not today,
geez. These
book. Not today, Gregory Stock, Ph.D.
not today. I'm sorry. I'm having here. This is kind of boring, but
That's fine.
it'll be good. We kind of talked about this a little bit. Do you seek or avoid routines in your life? For instance, sleeping in the same part of your bed, ordering the same meals, returning to the same vacation spots, and why?
That's a tough one because I do feel like, and I guess my routine's a little shooken up at the moment, but I do feel like every week is different in my house to an extent. Like I teach lessons different times. If I'm in a show, that messes up the routine. If my kids are in a certain activity, that changes the routine. So I don't feel like in general my life is like super regimented.
But it says, do you seek or avoid?
Right.
Not if you get to have them.
But I do find like comfort and calm in having stuff structured out. Whether even if it's different from week to week, like, okay, from this time to this time I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and really trying to do that. We were talking, I'm trying to have Tuesdays be my writing day, and believe it or not, it's been really hard to like push back against all the things, especially even owning a studio. People are like, oh, can you cover this? Oh, can you see this person this day? And it's been good for me because I've had to be like, no, that's the one day
that you
can't put me on here,
except guess what, we're recording on Tuesday.
But that's because I'm going to Disney World tomorrow, right? So that is like, that's on me. Okay, I could have said no to chaperoning the chorus trip to Disney World, but I'm not, and we're going to Hollywood Studios specifically.
I'm going next week.
Yay. So I love Hollywood Studios.
I do too.
I've never done the Tower of Terror though.
What?
Never. We did that musical here that my student wrote.
You have never? That's my favorite.
Never done it.
Oh, you're going to see why I love it.
And Erin,
too scared.
My daughter's like, you're going on it tomorrow.
Oh, you'll love it. One of the best parts of that ride for me is not even the actual ride. It's just everything you do before you get on the ride. You're going to love it.
And then I will have something to talk to my student about.
And they have the best outfits for that ride. If I worked for Disney, which I plan to do one day when my kids are gone.
That'd be cute.
I'm only going to be 50 when Cooper's out. Like, that's so young.
That's young.
I want to work there, and that's where I want to work.
Yeah.
Because and hopefully you'll have a good worker. If you have somebody that gets super into it, it makes the ride that much better.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay. Well, I'll report back on that. What was our question? Oh, routines. Yes.
Do you seek or avoid them? Bottom line.
I don't avoid them. I'd say I seek them, but I'm okay like going with the flow.
I seek them in daily life, but
Mhm.
I don't like routines and leisure time. Like
Oh,
when I'm on vacation, I don't really want, well, we used to have it when the kids were young.
of
Like
course.
that was different. Or we'd come to Disney and you have to like pack it all in. Like that used to drive Troy crazy. We don't have to do that now. Like
Mhm.
I'd rather just eat when I'm hungry. Like if that's
Mhm.
3:00, then that's when I'm eating. Like
Mhm.
which drives Troy crazy. Now on the flip end, because he likes a good routine no matter what day it is.
Yeah.
But like daily life, yes. Like but I also have routines that's like I like can be done at a various time during the day. Like I will work out. I work out 5 or 6 days a week. That's a non-negotiable for me unless I'm sick.
Mhm.
Has to happen, but it's never at the same time every day.
Yeah.
It's
Same.
not.
You fit it in where it
But
fits the
that's
rest of
part
your
of my
life.
routine that has to happen at some point.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's fair. I mean, yeah.
And you're kind of like that too.
Yeah,
Like you
with
have
certain
things that
things.
you have to have.
Mhm.
You know, you want.
I'll tell you one that like I don't think will ever go away for me is waking up before the rest of my house.
So
Always.
hard.
Like even now, I don't have these morning meetings anymore because of my job, and I was still up at 5 today just because I have to get ahead of my day. I have to get ahead of the other people and animals who are going to wake up, and not just that, the emails, the texts, the phone calls, the things, all the things that turn on at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. If I wake up and all that's already going, I have so much trouble functioning.
I get it.
And so I have to get up early. Even on the weekends, like I'll this is crazy, but I'll have to make myself sleep in. I'll have to be like,
No, I get it.
do not set an alarm.
Yeah.
And when you wake up, lay here for a while. Don't get right up.
Yeah.
Don't get on your phone. Don't make coffee. Like, because then you're going to grab your planner and be like, oh, no one's up. I'm going to work. Like, if it's a Saturday or something that I don't have to do it, I have to like force myself to not get up.
I used to be a super early morning person when my kids were little because they were early risers. And I was a stay-at-home mom for 100 years, it felt like.
At least.
I swear it felt like that. I mean, no shade to you stay-at-home moms who love it. I just did not. But
yeah,
anyway,
it's hard work.
My kids woke up so early, both of them. So I knew I had to get up early to work out because again, this is a part of my like now I make myself exercise mostly so I can stay in shape to do my job.
It's for work, yeah.
But back then it was mostly for mental like clarity, and coping, you know. So I was like, if I want to work out, I have to get up at like
right, or I'm gonna
4:30, 5
feel not
a.m.
great
or
later.
I'm not gonna get it done.
Yep.
It will not happen. And that's the only thing I had for myself when they were little, especially because of Troy's job. Like everything else, the whole rest of my day was for other people. Everything.
Yeah.
So for lots of years. So that was it. I had 1 hour. Even after they went to bed, I still had to do all this stuff for, you know, so
to get ready for everything else. Yeah.
So I had that 1 hour, but now that I don't have to do that anymore,
you just fit it in another time.
I am not an early morning person anymore. I used to be. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I am a morning person, being that like I am a better functioning person in the morning than I am at night.
Same. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But also like I stay up later now than I used to and drive Troy crazy because I am like shifting and like I don't have super early morning clients anymore. I used to have super early morning, and now my earliest person is like 7:15, which
it's
not that different than when I get up normal at 6:30 on a school day. So anyway, I get that though, because that's your time before the rest of the chaos comes in.
Yeah, and it's kids. It started when my kids were small, and even then, I like my daughter Erin has always been an early riser, and even now she gets up earlier than she needs to because her middle school starts so late, but she's not getting up as early as she did. She's a teenager, so she's sleeping more and staying up late. But even in those hours, I remember I would get up at like 4:30 and she'd be up by 5. I get those 30 minutes.
Kids,
but her and I we kind of had like an agreement. Like she'd get up, I get her a little something to eat, and then I think she's like me. She needed the time. And I wouldn't see her.
Like that
She'd go read a book or do whatever, watch TV. I didn't care. Like, turn on the TV, do whatever. Girl. Like, let me do what I need to do in this other room. And we kind of like had our own space in those moments, which was good. But I don't see her that early now anymore.
Our kids were not like that when they were little. They are now, but when they were little,
course.
they needed instant,
yeah.
immediate interaction, and
Yeah.
it did not stop all day.
It's a lot.
And
That's a
I
lot.
still remember it. Like, that
Yeah.
was like, oh my God. And I can remember like the times when Troy was gone and it would be like Saturday or Sunday, because all the days don't matter when you're a stay-at-home parent.
it
Like
doesn't matter.
everything's the same and your kids are small. And I can remember being like, it's Saturday. Can y'all please just sleep like 20 more minutes? I don't want to get up.
Yeah.
But there's nobody else there to get up. You know, you're a single mom. Like you have to just go. Yeah. Early mornings.
That part's hard.
All right. Well, that was a bummer question.
That was kind of a bummer question.
Okay. Well, think of another fun thing to end this with.
All right. Let's
really fast.
Okay. I have one.
Okay.
This one is pretty common. The kids always ask me, if you had one food you had to eat every day the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh my God. My kids and my husband ask that all the time.
Mine too.
Why? Why is that such a popular question?
Like, didn't I just answer last week?
I know.
But whatever. I don't mind. What do you think?
One food that you could eat every day?
Yeah.
Oh, I said chocolate, of course.
Chocolate's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Troy said pizza because you can have all different kinds.
Yeah, that was kind of my
question.
Well,
Well, it's not the only thing. I always say that's not the only thing you're eating.
You just have to eat it every day.
And I pretty much do eat chocolate every day.
You're like, so basically my real life.
So
okay. I mean, Caesar salad for me. I eat Caesar salad every day.
Katie.
I love Caesar salad.
And literally, it's like one thing you have to eat every day for the rest of your life. Caesar salad.
Ask my family. Not a day goes by that I do not eat Caesar salad. I am not kidding you. Ask anyone in my family. I will not prompt them. Next time you see Britt, next time you see Amelia, be like, what's something your mom eats every day? I guarantee.
So is your Caesar salad like a traditional Caesar salad where it's just like lettuce, cheese, and like one other thing on it?
Lettuce, cheese, and dressing. I don't like croutons.
That's so sad.
But like Troy said about pizza, you can do more to it. So
but you probably don't.
I don't. I have one in the fridge right now that I walked in with. It's
Troy. That's his favorite salad. Is just a boring Caesar salad.
I put kale in mine too, which really kind of like bulks it up. And
you can
put like chicken. Sometimes I'll put hard-boiled egg on it.
See, if I have a salad, it has got to have a lot of things. And it drives him crazy. And
I don't mind salads with a lot of
things. No, I've seen you eat them, yeah.
But
your daily sustenance, okay. Chocolate and Caesar salad.
Chocolate and Caesar salad. You heard it here first. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. This was a fun, unpredictable book of questions.
It was a weird one. I don't know.
You never know. But thanks as always for listening. Make sure you review us wherever you are listening. And if you want even more fun, come on over to Patreon and become a patron or a paid Apple subscriber, and you'll get all our bonus episodes.
What was that song? That Christina song? Come on over, patrons. Oh,
I don't know if you heard that, but anyway, yes, come on over to the pod. On Patreon.
Okay.
See you next time, guys.
Okay, bye. Whew, Lord, we've been talking.